Okay, we should be live. We should be live here. I just want to double check and make sure everything's good, and then we will get to watching the charts. We're starting at 9:15 today, actually. Usually, I don't really start the stream until about 9:28, but today's going to be a good day, so we're going to jump right into trading. Let me just copy this link so I can share it with everybody. For some reason, I can't find my live. I feel. Are we live? Yes, we are. Perfect. Share, copy link. Perfect. All right. Usually I'm live at a different time, so not everybody. All right. We should be good to go. I just want to check my chat, make sure that I'm actually live streaming myself. I am not. That is odd. There we go. All right. So let's get into the charts. See what we're looking at for today. See what 9:30 is going to bring us. I'm going to keep this sell side liquidity and buy side up here. Right. So actually, no, I'm going to delete these. And I'm going to drop down to the 4-hour just for the sole purpose of we don't have, sorry. I don't see that I'm live. We should be live. Can somebody type in chat if I'm live? I do not see. Okay. All right. Good morning, SH. Thank you. So, right now I'm going to draw out these relative equal lows that we took. So let's have liquidity right here. Now, how's it going, B1? What's up, my man? Good morning. Now, I'm just going to make sure that we have everything set for trading. Now, we took out sell side liquidity here, relative equal lows. I'm going to draw that up. You can see there. We also, those are not relative equal highs, but here we have highs, relative equal highs. So buy side liquidity, right? Looking at what we did so far is we traded down past these relative equal lows into this 4-hour BISI, respecting consequent encroachment, right? But what we also did is if I remove this fair value gap box and I draw this inversion fair value gap, you can see that we traded into it, and the bodies respect the breaker block, low, high, lower, low, higher, high. So ideally, I want to look for longs today, right? I'm looking at kind of the long position side. I'm edging towards longs here. I don't know why I'm not live on my channel. which is odd. So I'm just going to pull up chat and read it from my phone on edgeful. Just going to keep that there. Now, I'm looking at this SIBI here, and we bodied above consequent encroachment. So there's two things that we can do. Reach into this higher SIBI and this inversion fair value gap, then move lower, right? Because we have a gap there. We have a bunch of inefficiencies in price, a bunch of relative equal lows as well. So that kind of is what's telling me it wants to do. So I'm going to draw that out. Let me clean my chart first. I'm going to draw this out right here. I still have no idea why I am not live on my channel. But as long as I'm live on edgeful, these guys can watch me there. They just got to make sure they come to this stream. Now, let me just look here. So we got this inversion on the 4 hour, as well as we have this BISI here, which price can move lower than up higher into that inversion. Right, but what I'm looking at right now, my analysis going into today's stream is, let me pull up the live chat. We have relative equal lows down here. Or not relative equal lows. Yeah, I mean, you can say relative equal lows down there. Sell side, we have lows here, sell side. And we also have a massive gap right there, which is the new day opening gap. All right, so that's where my eyes are right now. Let's go to regular trading hours so far. So we have the opening range gap that we didn't fill from yesterday. So that kind of tells me we want to move higher. Let's see where the opening range gap will be at 9:30 though. I do not know why. So we have edgeful's market session gap here. I'm going to edit it and just give myself London. See what we did here during London. So we accumulated higher, not creating a single lower low during London. So ideally, I want to look for some sort of sell side today. This looks like kind of a rebalance in this price action. What is NVIDIA up? NVIDIA is up a lot. No, it's not. It's up, what, 2% pre-market? Yeah, about 2% pre-market, which is pretty good. So we have A's in session here. We got edgeful's indicator telling me about London. I'm just going to share this to Twitter here. Just making sure everything is good on the live stream because I can't see it from my end. My end only shows my channel. Yeah, so we have London high here from 8:30. We also, totally forgot to check the forex calendar. But we have 9:45 PMI. So ideally we want to wait for PMI to kind of tell us what we're going to do. Ideally what we could do on the hourly, if we look here, let me close this indicator for now, is PMI can drive us lower, taking out sell side, trade back down into here, and then move up higher going into that yesterday's opening range gap. So hopefully that's the case. Weekly chart, we took previous week low and we're bodying up higher. Daily chart, we took out those relative week lows, tapped into the order block, and now we're closing up higher. So ideally it looks like we're going to move higher. On terms of today, I think we're going to have to wait for what 9:30 and 9:45 is going to tell us. But definitely interested in taking some trades. Looks like clear accumulation, manipulation, distribution though. Or it could be accumulation, manipulation, distribution. But I'm going to wait for the markets to play out and give me my narrative. Other than that, what are you guys looking at today? Are you guys long, short? What are you looking at? Let's see what people are doing today. For me, ideally, I want to see longs. I want to be bullish. Give it a second, because I'm usually live during this time, so I feel like more people are going to join the stream now. But in terms of intermediate term sell side or short term sell side, these are kind of catching my eye. I'm not going to take anything prior to PMI. Price is choppy. So let's wait for PMI to come. I think it could still draw down to these lows here. It's a very high probability that it does go draw down to those lows before reversing up higher. We got about 2.5 minutes until 9:30, so let's see what happens here. We're driving lower right now off of what? There's no inefficiency that price is currently respecting. Nothing really. So I think this is manipulation. Waiting for PMI though, so just going to take it easy first. We are moving a lot lower, approaching this low. I'm predicting that we're going to go down to this low. No, I think there's an indicator, it was this session. Market sessions. No, I already have that. Shit. Which one was it? I think it was the high-low. Or it might have been gap fill by session. Oh, I can't add that many indicators. So let me get rid of market sessions because I already have that. I think it was this one. No, it wasn't. But let's draw it out then. Previous day high and low. Right, so we have previous day low up here, previous day high up here. So let's just draw this out. Let's color it green. And let's see where we are on the day. All right, so we're itching more towards buy side liquidity, but we're moving lower. I don't think we're gonna go take previous day low. I'm pretty confident we're gonna take previous day high. So let's just keep that on the chart for now. We are moving a lot lower prior to 9:30 is driving us lower. Oh, that's really clean. If you look here, 9:30 whipped us into this SIBI. Respected consequent encroachment. It's ripping lower. So yeah, staying patient here. Not that many crazy setups. I do not know why I am not live on my own channel too. But yeah, I'm sure it's okay. Well, we're live on edgeful, so that's all that matters. Uh-oh. I'm still live, right? Oh yeah, I am. I just got chat disconnected from my stream lab, so. Nvidia opening up 0.5% higher, but ripping lower as of the open. We're at 9:30. We're approaching sell side liquidity. So this is clear manipulation, from what I believe. All right, let's see what PD arrays that we could be trading into after we take that. We got this inefficiency in this gap. I want to see the opening range gap here, because if I pull out edgeful and we go to stocks, we're on SPY. I want to get to NQ. Where's NQ? I feel like I'm in the wrong area, but if we look here at SPY, we can see, let's go customize. We're at 100%. Let's go to 50. 77% of the time it gets filled to 50%. Now, if we go back into the charts and we go to ES, right? And we look at yesterday's gap, yesterday's opening range gap. We did not fill 50%. So that means there's crazy liquidity resting above yet from yesterday's gap. Good morning, blockchain. How's it going? So I'm looking for longs today. Ideally, I'm looking for longs. There's a 77% chance that we're going to go up higher, and I'll take that any day. All right, we have a opening range gap, a bullish one, so we could trade lower for a little bit as manipulation fell at 50%, which is what we're doing exactly right now. But I want to wait for 9:45. $9:45 is what I'm waiting for. I think we could have a very bullish day. Nvidia looks like it's going to have a bullish day today. And the markets tend to respect Nvidia, so. Everybody trading today, or is anybody out because it's PMI? I would kind of anticipate people would still trade, because PMI isn't usually the type of days where you're like, oh, I need to sit out for the rest of the day. But this is clear pre-PMI market manipulation, so this is just confirming my bias long even more. But again, if you guys have not seen or used edgeful, I recommend it. They have so many statistics and everything that helps with beginner traders and even advanced traders, right? I want to go to seasonality here. Or we're at the monthly seasonality. You can see they have everything. You switch to weekly, monthly, right? Futures. We're at ESPN. Let's go to NQ. Let's go back to gap fill. NQ. So 87% of the chance a gap down, which was yesterday, is going to be filled. by 50%. So we have an 87% chance we're going to buy side today because yesterday's did not get filled. Now 100% drops down to 72%, but that's still really high odds. We're pushing up higher prior to PMI. Those 830 equal highs look nice after 945. 830 equal highs. Oh, right here, relative equal highs. These do look pretty nice. So I got buy side liquidity there. But my aim is up here. Right? That's where my target is. My actual target wants to be the opening range gap from yesterday. That is my target on buy side liquidity. That's where I think we're going to go. So if we go to electronic trading hours, back down here, that could be a partial. And I'm gonna actually get rid of this because look at the high of the regular, the opening range gap that we didn't fill. Look what we have here, right? Relative equal highs. So, wow, I am very confident in bullish price action. I just want to see these lows taken first. All right, we're gonna move lower just a little bit more. I think PMI is gonna bring us lower, then we'll reverse. So this SIBI should drive price lower. It looks like it is already. It just tapped right past consequent encroachment, then it's moving lower. How's everyone's day doing so far? How's trading been? Have any of you guys got into any positions already earlier on in the morning? But yeah, right now I'm looking at this sell side liquidity to be taken. We got roughly like 8 minutes until PMI. Nvidia up 1.2%. I want to see it go back to all-time highs though. Yesterday was a big bearish day. I think we're gonna have a good bearish day, bullish day today. I was in longs during London. Nice, Jake. Where? From down here. Nice. Quick scalp off London lows. Nice. So some of these viewers are coming off some dubs. I got some catching up to do. I just gotta make sure my top step is actually on the right account this time. Because if you guys watched my stream on my channel, you would have noticed that on Monday I opened up a position on the wrong account, which hurt. And then I got into it later on my proper account, but I didn't win nearly as much as I would have won on my main. So I'm double checking now this time that it's on the right account. Okay, 5.5 minutes until PMI. I want to see sell side liquidity taken at 945, and then price take a high, market share shift for value gap, and then we'll aim for these relative equal highs as my target. But I'm very confident today. I'm going to full risk today for longs. Most likely. If PMI doesn't do anything dumb. But yeah, full risk today. See if we can get a win and jump up above. I just have good vibes about today. My sound is only on the right side of the headphones. Why is that? Mic settings. Properties. Mic. I have no idea why that is happening. Is that for anybody else? Okay, we're moving lower, reacting off of that Sibby. Huh. Same here. Let me see if I can fix that before PMI. I do not know why that's happening, guys. Sound is good. That's odd. Maybe check the way your phone's or your headphone is connected. But I have never heard of that issue with my stream before. I think what guys might need to do today is bear with the sound being in one ear, and then I'll make sure for next stream everything will be perfect sound wise. Because I think I need to change the audio from stereo to mono, and that requires a restart on stream, so I don't want to do that. I mean, if it's really bad, you can give me 7 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes if you guys can't stand it, and I'll watch a quick video to see how I can do it on live stream. But if it's not too annoying, then we'll just push through it. All right, video up 0.8. It isn't that bad? Okay, thank you, Gamma. We're checking this regular trading hour gap, and by the look of it, from open to open, it'll be open to close actually. We traded to 50%. So we are now at, and this is a gap up. So we are now 37% chance. No, sorry. Yeah. No, we're now down to a 63% chance that we don't go all the way down from 78 to 63. But I think we're going to move lower. We're almost 1 minute away from PMI here, so grab some popcorn, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Who do I think I am, bro? Look how this Sibby reacted off of 930. 930 wicks into it, respects consequent encroachment, and then trades lower. Clear sell side delivery to that low. Super clean. 2 minute trade. Let's see what the risk would have been. You enter in on the Sibby. Let's say you got a little bit slipped. You put it at the high, the fair value gap, and you bring it to the low. 4 RR in 2 minutes. Beautiful, beautiful trade. T minus 30 seconds for PMI. I need to pull out a calculator on my computer to calculate my lots because my phone's about to die. So just in case it does. Today we're full risking on micros so I can take some partials. Alright, so price is still respecting the Sibby going into PMI. PMI traded back into the Sibby and now it's moving lower. So I want to see PMI take out sell side liquidity. Which looks like it is what it's doing. And then I want to see 950 to 1010 macro deliver us above some highs to form an entry. That's the ideal full risk trade that I want to see. Coupled with SMT, perfect. Then we're all eating. but we have SMT already on ES. ES is way lower. Took out these relative equal lows at Asia. Right. Clean delivery on ES. So we might not need to go take sell side liquidity on NQ. I like to keep an eye on all the markets and figure out what price is trying to tell me. But if you guys are from my stream or you're new to the stream, make sure to subscribe to edgeful's channel because I'm going to be streaming on here a little bit. I'm going to be streaming on my channel a little bit, and then I'm going to be streaming here for a little bit. So make sure to subscribe and put notifications on so you know every time I am live on this channel. Also, make sure that you check out Edgeful. They help a lot with just insight in the markets. You know, my favorite is their gap fill insight, right? If you know how I trade opening range gaps, 100%. I love opening range gaps. We're approaching sell side liquidity right now, by the way, and the data they have behind it is just unmatched, right? Today, this is helping me a lot. Where this is 50%, right? Yeah, but let's say we go down to 25%. We see how often it's traded to in the past 6 months. 91% gap down, 87% filled gap up. So there's a massive edge in the market alone on using opening range gaps, and their product helps not only me but a lot of other creators a lot. People that use opening range gaps to figure out when are we most likely going to move higher. And if you look here and we measure the fib from the open to the close, we traded to 50%. But it looks like we're shooting up higher. So we tap sell side liquidity, but we don't trade below it, which is forming intermediate term sell side liquidity. Sell side liquidity. Intermediate term SMT. Still want to wait for a break of structure here on NQ. I'm open to taking a bigger stop loss trade because my target is up here. But again, I'm not going to take a trade based off of what ES is doing. I'll use it to help me for SMT, but that's it. I only trade NQ. So, okay, we finally took sell side liquidity during just before the 950 macro. So if we get a displacement above a high at the 950 macro, that will be very clean. Delivery wise, we're approaching this new day opening gap now. I'm going to get rid of that sell side liquidity. That is a very clean kind of target. Price is going to act as a magnet towards this opening gap. Look at that consolidation. Look at all the orders there. That is really clean. Really clean. Price should draw down there and then reverse up higher after filling that. I think we're going to eat on some longs. Today we are going to eat. Coming off of a 1 RR win from yesterday. We're also 8 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers, so let's try to hit that today. Slowing down after taking sell side liquidity. ES is moving higher. What is Lime doing? Lime's just chopping, but also moving lower. I still think we got a little bit more to go for bearishness. We haven't tapped into the new day opening gap, which is also a volume imbalance. Massive one. Yeah, 0.4%. All right, still think we got a little bit more to move lower for, possibly down into this BISI 15-minute as well. Let's just show the 15-minute because, higher time frame, always more likely to trade there instead, right? Order block trades into an inefficiency, so it's a valid order block. Coupled with the fair value gap, I think price could trade down there and then move up higher, filling out this gap. Let's just quickly get a look at all the fair value gaps that we have right now that aren't fully closed through, right? Quite a bit here. All right, we have quite a bit down here as well, inefficiencies in price. But again, coupled with external range liquidity and gaps, opening range gaps that haven't been filled from yesterday, I think we're going to move up higher. All right, we could take touching the new day opening gap down here. We have all these inefficiencies in price coupled with relative equal highs and the relative equal highs of the low of the opening range gap. If you're wondering where I got this indicator from, it's from Edgeful. They have over 30 indicators, which is nice. And you get that all, it's 7-day free trial. You can get all those indicators. So right now 950 macro is in play. I want to see how price is going to move higher here. Displacement above this high ideally. We didn't trade into the new day opening gap, which is kind of like, why? You know, are we purposely doing that to engineer for later, or are we just not going to touch it? Kind of want to think we're going to move lower just one more time before we reverse. But again, it's 950 macro, so it is a good time to reverse here. So I want to see what price is doing. 0.8, almost 0. Almost 1% up on Nvidia today so far. Wow, it's ripping higher. I just want to pay attention here to what price is doing. Anybody else countering my position, not position, my bias? Anyone else bearish? I'm bullish. Anybody bearish today? Anybody catch a short in this range from here, 930? But yeah, I still think we're going to move lower just a little bit. Right, we got these inefficiencies in price action on ES that we could be trading to. I want to see displacement above those highs. Looks like we are moving though. Right, trade down. We did not hit the volume imbalance there. I caught the short. Nice. I really don't. I want to look for the Asia lows, which is around 850 macro. Yeah, I mean, Asian lows are pretty clean. Also tapping the new day opening gap, but my eyes are on yesterday's opening range gap that we did not fill to 50%. So I think we're gonna draw up there. The 850 macro. Oh, nice. Somewhere up here, eh? Probably off of this fair value gap. We're here. Nice. Very clean entry, my man. I just wanted to see a displacement here. There hasn't been a displacement, so I'm not too interested. No, they're on stereo. Yeah, a bunch of people are telling me that. I'm gonna test it for the next stream because to be able to change it and test it, Tandy, uh, I have to end stream. Yeah, I mean I wanted to be taken and then go for longs. Yeah, same. That's why I'm kind of thinking we're gonna move lower a little bit more. Caught the short from 2360 to 2030. 2360. So from around here. Nice. Nice. Clean, small little short. For me, it was more important to eat that long, so never mind sound. Yeah. I'll fix the sound, guys. I'll fix the sound for the next stream. But if you look here, we take out these lows, and now we look like we're bodying up higher. Just feel like we're going to trade to this new day opening gap, but we don't have to. All right, we trade to the fair value gap, so could just be very bullish. I want to see displacement above this high for a possible entry. Nothing too crazy though. So for people that are new in the stream, I'm targeting buy side liquidity. Why did I switch over here from your channel? I had to check Twitter to find this link. Well, I'm gonna be streaming a little bit on edgeful and then a little bit on my channel for now. Edgeful is an amazing company. Sorry, woke up with a little bit of stuff in my throat. Edgeful is a company that I like to use to help with my news reports and everything, to be honest. Insight on the markets and analysis, right? Mainly for me, I use it for its gap fill because I'm a trader that loves to prioritize opening range gaps, right? I think they're very high probability. If you look here, we have an unopened, untouched opening range gap from yesterday. So that's what I'm targeting today. And because of edgeful, I did not know how high probability, but we have a 81% chance of, or no, probably even higher. Let's go to 50. To hitting our take profit, which is actually 25%. We have a 91% chance to go there if we're at the right time. So that's why I'm looking for longs. Check 1 minute ES respective fair value gap. Yeah, I mean, not my type of fair value gap respect, right? Consequent quote is body below, but I only trade NQ, so I'm gonna wait for confirmation on NQ. But if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe. If you're from my channel, make sure to subscribe to Edgeful because I'm gonna be live here for a little bit, and you'll know when I am live. Put on notifications so you get the notification when I'm live, so you don't need to go find me on Twitter or Discord and figure out where I'm streaming. 1 hour fair value gap respected. Yep. Also trades into the inversion. I think we're all long. We're all bullish here. I'm going to pull up Top Step. I'm going to be risking 800 today, full risk trade. Going to pull up my calculator. If we displace above this high, that's ideal, but it doesn't look like we're doing that. Oops, I gotta turn off my notifications. Did you give Edgeful your live track record to get this? What was one of the requirements? I'm just streaming for Edgeful because I like their company. They didn't do anything like to get me here. That like I like their company. I like their product. I use their product a lot, and they offered me to stream here, and I of course wanted to take the opportunity stream for a company that I use, a product that I use a lot. It's like if I played football and the NFL wanted me to come to a game to promote a new, I don't know, a new team, right? I'm not gonna I'll go there and do it for free. So, something I like. 801 trade. Yeah, 150K account. Gamma. Watching that H1 fair value gap in 5 minutes for confirmation. Yeah, so I want to see a displacement here. I want to see a fair value gap, and then I'll take a position. No fair value gap, no trade. So it looks like ES is respecting that SIBI. We got a clean breaker, low, high, lower, low, higher, high. Not clean, well, a lot of wicks, but it's an obvious breaker, right? 5 minute. But we could finally get a fair value gap here. I think we're itching for a fair value gap on EdQ. It's really lacking the displacement. Like, it's ripping, but it's not giving me a displacement. Okay, there we go. Looks like I'm gonna get an institutional or full entry drill type of trade, because I am not putting my stop loss down here on an entry here. That is like, no thank you. Hopefully we don't miss the entry. We have an inversion fair value gap here. Let's see what this would be. Okay, well, I missed it, so I guess I'll trade on that fair value gap. It'll be 31. It's a good trade. I don't even need to look at the take profit. 800 divided by 31. Okay. Now I'm looking at this fair value gap here. 15 seconds to keep that open. Stop loss is at the low of the fair value gap, just a little bit below it, actually. We might test the waters here. I might add in a position early because it touched the inversion. I'm going to enter in now.
Order filled.
But I'm not going to enter in on that because it could leave that open. There's a high chance. And the reason why I did that is because look at this inversion, right? Look at how it traded into it there. Probably is going to trade there. Oh, wow. That's not where my stop is. It's right at this low. Wow. Lost for words. Still think we're bullish. But we are in a position. That was very interesting. I'm going to take some positions off here. I want to see where this candle closes. Okay, I'm not taking positions off just yet. But wow. You know what actually happened? I didn't have time to put my stop loss here. Well, my stop loss is right here. What's right here? Right? I didn't have time to put it because I just opened the position. I was opening up top step to drag my stop loss down here. And it didn't. So let me fix that. Yeah, I'm going to close a position here. Could be at the wrong time. It's 10:06. We're still in the macro. That was fast. Still confident in buy side. Maybe not at this time. We might move lower one more time. Right? Because look at this wick here. Right? This kind of makes me want to say we're going to move lower. Or we now have this inversion for value gap that price is probably going to respect. I'm going to take off a position once we trade to that inversion. I'll take off a position now.
Order filled.
Cut risk. If we respect that inversion, I'll take off another position. But the thing to do here right now is to stay calm. I still think we're going to be bullish, just not at this time.
Order filled.
Okay, stopped out. Now, the reason why I think we're doing is we're going to move lower down to those Asian lows because of this reaction here. See what yes is doing. Yes is still respecting that, though. I'm going to wait. Price is choppy. Price is messy. I'm going to wait. I'm going to sit on my hands. This inversion is kind of, we traded into it from here. But price is still messy. So I'm going to wait for price to clean up, then try to catch some longs. But it looks like we want to go down to sell side. So I kind of might want to flip my bias to short because I think we're going to reverse up higher later on in the day. But again, price is moving rough after taking sell side liquidity. So I don't really know. I think we're going to move a little bit lower before we take that. I might do a cut risk short here on the inversion if we trade back to it. Down to consequent encroachment of the new day opening gap. I don't think we will trade to it because it did here. And then it moved lower. The price is very choppy right now, so I'm not interested in anything actually. I don't want to look for longs or shorts. I want to wait. I'm going to keep this there just to see how price respects it if it does trade to it. Because that 5-minute reaction and that 15-minute is very clean. And that kind of wants to tell me that we're going to move lower. So I kind of want to look for shorts now. So I want to see. That'd be 23. I actually might flip my bias. I was so confident in longs. But look at that reaction on the 5-minute, the 15-minute, right? And it bodied past that hourly. Busy. So I might flip my bias here, depending on how we react to this inversion. I take profit. Will be consequent encroachment of that in the new day opening gap that we haven't hit, that we engineered. What is price doing right now? I think ES still respected that original BISI. When it traded there, it traded to that. Looks like it's starting to move lower. We're in the inversion, so I'm going to take a little short here. Wait for this candle to close.
Order filled.
Cut risk. I'm going to add the rest of my position. Actually, no. Yeah, half risk, not cut risk. The difference in between cut risk and half risk is cut risk, I'll add more positions later on. Half risk is the whole trade. I'm not risking more than that in the whole trade. Where's my take profit? It's like at the low of the 15-minute. That wick. So I'm going to test this with half risk. We lose this, I'll take one more half risk trade. If we lose that, then I'm out for the day. So far, we tapped consequent encroachment. Traded past it, though. Close the position, most likely, if we body above it.
Order filled.
Okay, I didn't close the position, but I took a contract off. Still in the position. So the fact that we're doing that now wants to tell me that we're going to move higher here from this point. I'm going to probably close and take
Order
another
filled.
position off. I'm barely in this trade now. If I win, I'll still win just a little bit, make my money back from today, and then I'll be break even. But I like that reaction, so I want to flip my trade here. I don't know if I want to be in short here. I don't think I want to. I'm going to close.
Order filled.
And I want to see this reaction. So break even trade, well, barely anything. I took my positions off near break even, so I'm just looking at what is price going to do here. Where's 21? So I'm still open to taking another trade after this. I'm going to get in
Order
here.
filled.
I'm going to get in long here. That reaction on that inversion, disrespecting it, I'm going to put it up to relative equal highs. Usually, I rarely flip my bias and flip the trade like that, but I'm pretty confident today that we're going to move higher. I was confident off the rip, right? Yeah, and you guys know I was confident off the rip. And that reaction on that BISI is very clean. What are you guys looking at right now? In chat, what are you looking at, longs or shorts? Because we bodied above the inversion. And then we traded lower and respected that BISI. So that made me want to get out of the inversion trade and get into the BISI one. The reason why I wanted to get in the inversion because I was anticipating it was going to respect it. It didn't. And then it traded lower to a buy side imbalance, a PD array, and respected that. So ideally that wants to make me say we're going to move higher. Also, if we look at ES here, ES has still been in this SIBI for a long time. Nvidia looks like it could be moving higher off of this BISI. But if I am wrong here, instead of getting right back into a trade again, I'm going to wait a little bit for my last trade of the day. ES long, nice penny. So we're in this one together. Okay, so if you look, we traded past consequent encroachment, took the low, and then bodied up above, which is a good reaction. I want to see price move above this high, and this high soon. I'm the 1,000 subscriber on edgeful. We hit 1,000 subscribers? No way. Let's see it. Hey, 1,000. Let's go, Uncommon. Let's go, my man. 1,000 subscribers. Soon that's gonna be my channel, guys. Wow, that looks so clean. 1K subscribers. Let's go. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Glad I could. I'm very glad I started streaming. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we're just resting here. I don't like that. ES broke that original BISI. Looks like we could move lower here, but I'm not going to battle the battle of consolidation. You know, choppiness. We lose this, I'm not battling to go short the long, to short the long. I'm going to wait for a breakout in this range after this. Right? Because I've already battled up a long, short, and then one more long. If this loses, then I'm not battling. I'm not going to battle for a long or short until this high or this low is taken. It's only beginning, bro. You will get this 1K by the end of the year. Hey, hopefully, my man. It is scalper's paradise. Well, 15-second scalpers, like the 1 minute. This is the 1 minute, dude. So I am like, look at this. This is chop, high or low, taken, reverse, high, taken, reverse, not low, taken, and then chop, chop, chop. Body's respecting that, BISI. But it looks like they could go lower here. Trade's not looking too great. It was looking great off of these reactions, though. That's what kind of flipped my bias. But price is messy, you know? We're not getting any good respect. Like that bodied above it, the highs. And this bodied below. So no clean respect on price action. So I can't anticipate anything too crazy. The reason why I'm more leaning towards long is just because of the opening range gap. How we probably have a 91% chance that we're going to go up there. 91% chance. So all I need to do is make sure that I catch the low of it at the right time. And then when we go up there, you know. Well, trading it into this inversion. Looks like it could be going lower. As you can see there. Gonna get rid of that though. Because you never know in this sloppy price action what price is gonna do. It could do that, but it could also just wick and then move higher. A gap down. Not to the downside, gap down. So if you look here, open, low, that's a gap down. So that's for buy side to take, for bullish price action to get. A gap up is this. So that's for bearish price action as a target. I'm talking about yesterday's opening range gap, not today's. We already topped 50% of it. Edgeful doesn't just look at the most recent gap. Edgeful looks at like how often it looks like in the past 6 months range or any range. Right? Date range. We'll do year to date. Right? 89%. 9:30 open was a clean entry. Yeah, it was a very clean entry here. Oh yeah, no, I know Edgeful's talking about the current day, but when it leaves the day open, that's even higher probability that it's going to go up there. I know Edgeful talks about just the current day of how the probability is doing it, and I was talking about how we already traded to 50%. So now it's down to 60. I think it was 68% that it's going to trade past 50% today. But we have this open gap from yesterday. But again, this reaction makes me want to say we're going to move lower. Not liking the trade. Probably gonna close it early here. There's no strain of support, so I might. But you know what? I'm not gonna close early. I'm gonna let it go hit. If it's gonna hit my stop loss, I'll let it hit my stop loss. I need to have proper risk management here. I don't want to have fear because in this price action, you never know. We might reverse up here off of nothing. Spike data for the gap fill is fire, yeah. Close ES long. I'll wait for another entry. Yeah, that's also smart. Wait for a displacement above a high. Oh, you were on ES. Yeah, wait for a displacement, then catch another entry. Very rough price action today. You can't anticipate the best trades. It was looking very promising this morning, but like earlier on this morning. See what I mean? You never know. You never know, man. Like, that's why you don't close early, man. Just let it go. Let it run. You never know what price is going to do in this type of price action. You know, my draw on liquidity is pretty strong. I still think we're going to move up higher there. Up here. We're at 1,000 subscribers. Let's go. So now if this is kept open, that's very clean. Might add an extra position on that if that's kept open and respected. About 30 seconds to keep that open. Don't you dare close that gap. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I hate when price does that. If it does, just finally back into profit, gaps up, and then it closes it. Oh, you. It's just such sloppy price action. Disgusting. Disgusting price action. Can't expect much, to be honest. ES is moving higher, though. See what NVIDIA is doing. I feel like we're due for a big displacement to the upside soon. But price is just sloppy. Wow. But he gets stopped here. That's not where my stop is, by the way. Just a little bit.
Order filled.
There we go. All right, now I'm waiting for a breakout in the range before I take one more trade. Because this is just disgusting price action. I don't want to be battling it. Nasty price action. I'm going to wait for a breakout in this range. Sell side liquidity get taken, then look for long, or buy side and short. Like, this is just not, you don't want to be caught up in this. Video back down to the negatives. Looks like we're going to move lower now. Possibly target these lows. Yeah, it kind of looks like we want to move lower here. Very nasty session though. It looked very promising from 9:30, but then it just chop, 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 chop. 1050 macro. We do have the 1050 macro coming up soon. I don't know how to do that. Just checking what Top Step's doing. But yeah, it looks like we're going to move lower. What would this look like for the last trade? What is that? Small trade, 2.14R 30. I'm waiting for extra confirmation here though. Yeah, I like this. I like that. I like that trade.
Order filled.
We're going to take that as our last trade. We displaced below lows. We're holding it. All right, we displaced below these lows. We held the imbalance. We got a breaker block here. This doesn't work. I'm out for the AM session. Like, then it's just totally disgusting. then price action is just nasty today. So far, price is just disgusting. I'm going to manage my risk and not trade after this. I might even... I'm not going to close early because what I learned from last time. But, yeah, it's just nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty price action. We didn't get a full risk trade today. I thought we were really gonna get that, but we did not enter full risk. I haven't gotten a full risk trade in a long time. I'm not gonna lie. It's been weeks since I got a full risk win trade. Like Monday wasn't full risk. I only won $1,000. Market just hasn't been like, you know, super clean, high probability, good day, good news for me to say, all right, I'm comfortable with a full risk. So I've been just basically preserving, battling at break even, not at break even of the month, but battling, preserving my profits this month so far. It looks like this gets stopped out for the last trade of the day. Got it. I would love to, you know, continue getting into trades and entertain you guys, but I got to do what's right for obviously my account and manage risk. The best, most profitable traders manage their risk. So surprised that did not work.
Order filled.
Like, look at this reaction. Trades up here, trades lower, then breaks structure, trades back into that, respects constant encroachment on the first body. I was anticipating that we would like hold on. I'm gonna manually lock myself out on top step. Save my capital. AM has been really bad lately. Hey, you don't really always have to trade it every day. I'm not trading on this. This is my paper trading account. I don't. This, by the way, this is my paper trading account. I barely use it. Account history. Haven't used it in a while. But I'm locked out on top step. Yeah, honestly, price has been disgusting other than Monday. Monday was really good. Tuesday, Monday. Monday was actually a really good day. Where's 9:30 on Monday? Right? 9:30. Oh, that's Tuesday. I was about to say. Right? 9:30, trade down into that fair value gap, long up to the buy side, then we reverse, then we take a short down the sell side, then a breaker block, two entry positions for a long, and then a grinder back up. But you could also just take it up to 50% of the range. Well, you know, not everything, you can't do everything all at once. Can't ask for the greatest session. Again, this looks like just complete mess, so I'm not going to keep fighting myself. So, what about you guys? You guys still in the markets today? Or you to lock yourself out? You still going to look for a trade? Messy AM session, yeah, disgusting. I remember, what was it? It was the month of September that when I first started streaming, and I was just going off, win after win after win, because the AM sessions were so clean, but they've just been a total mess recently. But it looks like we could possibly reverse at this point. Even if I do see a high probability trade, I'm not going to take it just because I'm out. Yeah, we might go to news high now, but like even if we do, I'm not worried. I'll catch another position another time. But yeah, so let's just see. Or sorry, let's go back into here. Let's go into the gap fill. It's loading. Let me just delete something so this can load. Or no, this is the wrong one. It's not gap fill 2. It's gap fill by close or session. One of the two. Let me see both. I think it was gap fill by session. Yeah. So if we look from yesterday's gap here, right, you can see that it has not been filled. That was what my target was today, was right here. Go to regular trading hours, you see what I'm talking about. It's measuring out the gap. Right, so I was targeting this. There were relative equal highs up here. We had the unopened opening range gap with, like, there was a lot of, honestly, a lot of reason to go out for buy side. So I think what the market is doing is that they made it, since it's so obvious it's going to go to buy side, they make it super hard to catch the entry to buy side. That's useful. Yeah, it is. It is very useful. I use it a lot. They also have reports on it as well. Do you use opening candle and initial balance report? Opening candle continuation. It's in the middle point right now, price. What do you mean? Well, yeah, it's just like if you get a range from the high of the opening range gap to this low, we're literally resting in between, like, mean threshold. Buy side and sell side. Okay, so let's draw it down let's say, well, what are you saying buy side, sell side is? The my target or just the daily session? Yeah, the daily session you're talking about, eh? Yeah, we're just sitting here. I think it's going to be chop. It's going to be chop for the rest of the AM session. You know, no, I do. I use the opening gap, Dan. I whenever we have an opening gap fill and there's a report, I use that whenever it touches. I have it on whenever it touches 50%, and then when it fully closes it. I'm a big opening range gap trader. Everything else I don't really like to influence in my trading. I like to keep it very simple, and they have a lot of data on the opening range gap, so I like to use that. But I do use their where is it? Fair value gaps. Oh, I need to delete something. Right here. I like to use a fair value gap indicator because it just draws out every single presented fair value gap. You can also edit the indicator, right? And you can put it on chart or just time frame. Oh, that's one tick. 1 minute, right? So every 1 minute chart, it shows time frame higher, it disappears. You can also put it on the 15 minute, right? And it'll show you 15-minute fair value gaps. But I like to keep it on session, or not session, chart. I like to keep it here, so whenever I change fair value gaps, it adapts to it. All right, we're approaching that fair value gap now. But they have a 7-day free trial, which is what I used when I first started using Edgeful, and it's amazing. But we draw this out. We have a bunch of inefficiencies in price here, and we have a bunch of inefficiencies in price here. Time frame due per 1, 5, or 15. For me, I like the 1 minute. I'm a 1 minute trader. But I don't think it really matters. I'll use all three of them. I'll use multiple. Any questions, guys? Any questions you got for me? How was your trading today? Did you catch any wins? What are you break even? Are you profit? Are you in loss? The most important thing to do in days like this is not try to catch, it's eventually there's going to be a winning move to buy side. Identify it's like this and sit back and don't adapt into it. We're a little bit negative today, but it's all been cut risk. So after what, 2-3 losses, we're down 1%. So one full risk trade, we're down. I didn't enter, but I would have been in profit if I did. Just prefer to sit out. Yeah. Hey, listen, no position is a winning position. That's what I say. No position is a winning position. Like, look at that. You were in long? Well, not anymore. Like, tell me this is not just clear market manipulation. A couple small scalps, too messy for me. I took way too much risk on the scalps. Yeah, I mean, as long as you lock yourself out now, don't try to chase your losses from the big risk on the scalps. You should be fine. But looking at price, it's trading into this inversion, so it should possibly move higher. Put your stop here. Put long up here. Could be a cool trade. I'm not taking it though, because I'm out. Most important thing is risk management and knowing when to get out for the day. Even if you see a profitable trade, what if it's not a profitable trade and you lose? will you be able to say, okay, now I have to get off, or will you continue to chase your losses? You know? But it's a clean reaction off of that inversion, so price is probably going to move higher. I ended up green, but the risk management was way out of my plan. Hey, you ended up green. So what I would say is lock yourself out if you haven't already. Because on Top Step, which is what I trade on, Top Step X, there's a option where you can just manually lock yourself out. And don't try to get anything more, because if you went against your model or your risk management model, you're very like prone to doing it again in the same day, same session especially. Well, we filled out 2 inefficiencies, but we haven't body passed them. As you can see, they're still open on the edgeful indicator. Check the 1 hour. 1 hour, what? I don't see an order block, mate. I like to identify order blocks as down close candles that trade into inefficiencies. So if this candle was an order block, I identify as that an order block. But it did trade into this down close candle, so I see that. So notice how we bodied past top subcap would be worth it if I could connect it to my other props. Yeah, the thing about me is I only trade on Top Step, so I love their platform. It's so clean. It has a built-in copy trader where I can copy all of my accounts. But if you look here, look how these indicators went away. The fair value ups went away once they got body passed, which is pretty cool how they go away. You talking about this? Yeah, trades into it. Could move lower. But this is just this price action, dude. We've been in this range. Look at that. That's just disgusting. Very clean. Very clean indicators. Oh yeah. Do you use Edgeful? Way of Lagos? Is that your name? Logos? Way of Logos? I thought that was an A. Do you use Edgeful? It's fairly cheap too. I thought they would be way more pricier than what they actually are. You do? Nice. What do you mainly use it for? Like for me, I mainly use it for the opening range gap. And seasonality. I like using seasonality. Figure out my plan for the month. Did you hear that they're going to have a smoother back end now on Top Step in the next 30 days? Oh. NUIs. Wow. That'll be great. Top Step or Top Step X? Logos equals Christ. Oh. Is that... Oh, that's sick. Nice one, man. You might use it. Yeah, Top Step is a really clean. Top Step X is really clean. I like using it. So the main things that I use is Top Step X, Edgeful, and that's it. For trading, the only things I use is TradingView, Top Step X, and Edgeful. When I was a forex trader, though, I used everything, and it didn't work. So that's why I'm not a forex trader anymore. $10.50 macro pushing lower. Are we gonna break out of this range? Are we finally gonna break out of this range? Toss Up is the only firm I trust fully. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't think they're going under the water anytime soon. A bunch of other firms get in a bunch of legal trouble, but I think Top Step doesn't cut any corners or anything, so that's why I trust. That's why I only trade with them. Right? You had Apex doing the send a video of you trading to get your payout or something dumb like that, dude. But right now, price is just nasty. It's odd, you know. I'm gonna pull up the Forex calendar, see what we have coming up. So we got today we had PMI at 9:45. Tomorrow, nothing crazy. Next week we have no news Monday. Tuesday, jolts, job openings, and consumer confidence. At 10 a.m. we have. Oh, is this? It's NFP week next week. Nice. Toss Up is the only firm oh yeah, I already read that. NFP week. Are you guys trading next week? Anybody not trading next week? I'm trading next week. Best believe I'm trading next week. What is ES doing? It's just disgusting price action, dude. Lime's probably ripping higher or lower. No, it's also chopping. Just chop, chop, chop. But days like this, you manage your losses, and when the days are clean, you'll actually be profiting on those days, not just making back your losses from today, from days like this. Next week for sure, yeah. Okay, you can look at the reaction on that fair value gap, right? See how it wicks up above, but then bodies below it. That could be an indication of price moving lower. That's on ES. Let's look at NQ. All right, NQ is just disgusting. As usual, NQ has been disgusting for a while. I think my camera died. It did. Oh, great face. Let me plug in my new battery. Don't worry, I got a backup for backups. Which is weird because the camera is fully charged this morning. It's odd that it did that. Okay, should be working now. Let me deactivate it and activate it. Deactivate, activate, and we are not back. Whoops. There we go. Deactivate, activate. Oh, we We are not back. That is odd. I don't know why my camera's not working, but if we have this fair value gap that price traded into. Look at that reaction there. That could be the fair value gap that drives price lower. Oh, we got it. We got it. But knowing this type of price action, it's probably going to just go like that and go back up. Let's do a little bit of analysis on the higher time frame. See what we're going to do for the rest of the week. Let's get rid of this makeup. Right. So right now we bodied below all this price action. We took out these relative equal lows and tapped into this order block, which makes me want to kind of say we're going to continue up higher. We have this weekly BISI that's been respected for 2 weeks. I don't think we're going to trade back into it again this week. I don't see a need. But then we also have this weekly SIBI and inversion here. Draw this out. Price is respecting that. In terms of the monthly, we're reacting off of this order block to all-time high. So, and then yearly, we're bullish. So I think the monthly and the yearly are saying bullish, the weekly saying bearish, and the daily's saying chop, but it's also saying it's bullish because we took out those relative equal lows. I think we're going to continue up higher. So I don't think we're going to be bearish, but we could move lower for a little bit. We could have a low of a Wednesday low of the week. Is that the low of the week on Wednesday? Yeah. Wednesday low of the week. And I think Friday could drive us a lot higher. I'm overall bullish for the month. Yeah. Same here. So yeah, that SIBI is driving price lower now. I think we could finally be breaking out of this range. Well, YM is reversing, but when's the last time any of you guys watched a ICT video? I haven't watched an ICT video in a while. It's been this year. I watched a little bit of his 2024 ones, but I haven't watched him in a while. Yeah, I mean, I found my edge that works, so. A while, same. Yeah, I found like, obviously it helped. I see the reason why I'm profitable, but I don't really feel the need to watch his streams anymore. It is way too much. It's funny. It's funny. Yo, I miss his Twitter spaces, man. Oh, the most iconic. Still no break of the. Maybe similar to yesterday. Yeah. Price has been similar a lot recently. So, like, the AM session has been chopped for a while. I mean, Monday was really good, though. I used to power through it. Yeah, same, because it had a lot of insight. But, dude, his Twitter spaces, bro, I remember the famous line against Vinny. Bro, I'll open a can of whoop ass. Bro, that when I heard that driving to Toronto, I laughed so much for probably, dude, I listened to that for an hour. It was so funny. And he has his rants too. Even still, sometimes he goes on stream and rants. Okay, so that SIBI disrespected. Looks like we're going to reverse up higher and we're going to stay in this chop again. Very boring price action. Props to the people that are still in here watching the stream. This price action is disgusting. We've been in the same range for pretty much the whole stream. 2 hours we've been in the same range, so Powering through it. Powering through it. You guys out for the day? I'm out for the day. 100%. Let's see what ES says on the higher time frame analysis. Right, so on the daily chart, ES trade down to that BISI and that order block as well. We got the weekly chart, we're trading a weekly BISI. Monthly, yeah, we're bullish on ES. Most definitely. So higher time frame, I'm bullish on indices. I'm out just tape reading. Nice. Have you ever used COT? COT, it sounds so familiar. COT reports, but like, I forgot what that stands for. You're gonna have to remind me. Commitment of traders? No, I haven't. What is that? Very useful for high time frame macro look. Is that an indicator? What? Just by this? Ooh. I don't like stuff that pops up like that. I've never used it before. I'll check it out though. So break a structure here, a high. If this displacement, this fair value gap stays, then could possibly have a nice long. But I mean, it would make sense to long now because we took out sell side liquidity here. But I would only long to those highs. Knowing what price is doing right now, I'd only long to those highs. So I'm just tape reading. I'm done for live. I might do a paper trade for fun though. Paper trading, 150K account on this thing. To that high, what is that? 2.5 RR. You know, I'm always open to learning and journaling and tape reading even after I'm done. I'm not going to get right off the charts even after I lock myself out just because there's always things to learn, right? You can always learn on the markets. Let's see. We're about to get filled here. Put on trading executions. So this is just demo, guys. Let's see what happens here. This is just a demo trade. Do not be fooled. As you can see right there, paper trading. When I'm trading my XFAs and my live accounts, you'll hear order filled. But I think we're just going to move lower because when's the last time price respected at the first presented fair value gap in any of this price action? Like, who's my favorite trader? Myself. I'm kidding. I like JCap. Yeah, see? Look at that. Look at this. Look at this trade, bro. Like, it's not even safe to demo trade right now. It's not even safe to demo trade. Look at that, man. It's reacting off of this 5-minute, though. Is that consequent encroachment, though? Ooh, that is clean. That would have been mine as well. Yeah. I mean, you go to an NFL player, say, who's your favorite NFL player? They're going to say themselves. That's a very clean consequential correction reaction, but are we going to move lower? Because it looks like we're just chopping. I like JCap. I had a couple calls with him. He's a very nice guy. Good trader. One of the few that aren't actually gurus, One of the few that creates content and is not a guru and actually, makes profits. There's a lot of people that don't make profits that are on Twitter and everything talking about you should do this, you'll be a millionaire once you do this. It's like, when are you a millionaire? There's so many people like that. But I like the whole group. Jade Cat, Tanya, yeah, Jade Cat, Tanya. I like of course ICT. I can't say out of like my favorite trader is ICT. I can't say out of anybody that somebody beats ICT. But yeah, ICT is definitely my favorite trader. But in the ICT space, it would be Jade Cap. I also like Zusi. He's a good trader. He's also young. He's a year older than me. Too messy for me walking up for small green day. Hey, bro, you came out green today. You got talent, my man. Coming out green on this is, yeah, definitely lock it up. Definitely do not look for anything else, man. But yeah, thank you for stopping the stream, Corpse. I appreciate it. We hit 1,000 subscribers, so that's really good. But yeah, price has been in this range for a while. I'm not anticipating that we get out of it anytime soon. Maybe a PM day. But I'm gonna end stream soon. Not the cleanest. Very boring. I try to entertain y'all, but I can't really entertain that much if this is price action. So bear with me. We'll have a better stream the next one. I am. Yeah, AM was crazy, Jake. You get any trades, Jake? It's gonna be a beautiful trades in the PM, probably. Maybe. Either PM or tomorrow. But this is just yuck. Agreed, no, I didn't get anything. I might stop trading my XFAs for a little bit. Election is coming up, so don't. It's definitely pretty obvious that there's going to be massive manipulation prior to the U.S. election. That's good, Jake. Good discipline, my man. For our breaker holding price, well, yeah. I don't know though. I do not know what price is doing today. I was so confident going into today for longs, and then it just like, nope. We're gonna show you that you're gonna eat on longs today, but it's gonna be chop. If Trump wins, markets are gonna go crazy, like when he used to tweet. Yeah, dude. Trump wins, the markets are gonna boom, and all in for it. Because, like him or not, he's very good at finance. That's what he's known for. So you'd anticipate when someone who's good at finance is in office, they'll run it well. But because of the election, I'm just going to play it safe. I might not trade my XFAs. Might just trade my combines and try to rack up as much XFAs as possible to keep them in the vol. I know you're only allowed to trade 5, but you know, I might degen full risk some of them, and if I blow them, I'll activate the other ones. I'm going to stop trading my prop next week. Yeah, but make sure your prop challenge doesn't have a time limit. Oh, sorry if you guys hear that noise. It's a little bit loud in my house right now. Just trade your personal. Yeah. Just be careful, eh? Cut risk. Very interesting times in the markets right now, so just gonna be careful with how you're trading. This looks like a great reaction to price moving higher, but is it gonna move higher or is it gonna just drip lower again? But I'm pretty much going to wrap up the stream. You know, I'm gonna just talk a little bit about edgeful. The indicators they have over 30, 33 or 30 indicators. Bro, just 2 weeks ago the conditions were so nice. Yeah, that's how 2 weeks ago I was cashing out. But that's how the markets are. They have a bunch of helpful indicators. They also have a bunch of reports. I like to use the gap fill. But they have a lot of other things. FOMC performance. They have seasonality. They have all of these things, right? But my favorite thing is the gap fill. It helps a lot. And in the current session, if we customize it to 50%, and we're on futures, NQ, what is it? This is year to date. So a year to date of data, you can see that 74% of the time, a gap down is filled to 50% in the same session. 79% chance a gap up is filled in the same session. So if you are trading and you are kind of like, you're lower than the opening range gap and you're in the New York AM session and you haven't filled it, then sorry. 79% of the gap, if you have not filled 50% of it and you are resting below it, that's the gap up, right? No, you're resting above it. You have a 79% chance that the New York AM session is going to go fill that gap. And if you edit it to 100, you can see that 63% of the time and 60% of the time, it's going to be filled to 100%. So even if you trade opening range gaps by itself with no kind of data behind it, that coupled with risk management is already a profitable trading model. So couple this data with your market analysis and your model and risk management, and you're profitable. There's no going around it. They have a free trial that goes on, 7-day free trial. You can test it out, see what you like. You can also get access to all these indicators. I really like this fair value gap one, actually. I'm going to start using this a lot more often. I haven't been using it really, but I got introduced into it yesterday, so I'm going to use it now. But yeah, that's pretty much, we're moving higher from this BISI, as you can see. Finally have a clean trade setup out of this day. This might be, that we finally might break out to the highs now, but I'm not going to be in it. I've hit my loss limit today. I'm trade limit. I'm out. We'll be back next stream. Thank you guys for watching the stream though. I'm going to end it here because price is just disgusting, and I'll tweet out some updates and when I'm going live next. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you everybody for chatting and stopping by. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. That's amazing. And yeah, hopefully everybody managed their risk today. Take care, my man. Take care, everybody. Have a nice one. Peace.